Hey guys, Lucas here. Thanks for tuning back to my channel. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the vintage TAMIYA LANCIA 037 Rally. This is not a repop. This is the original 1980s model. Maybe, I think this is what, around 84, 85, something around there. So the original one, the OG. So remember I told you we got to sort of fix this front end. No sort of out of it. We got to do it. So I got this section taped off, and I'm gonna apply the epoxy in the back. And so then we're gonna be talking about working on this Rock Runner by Radio Shack. This is also an old one. This is like 1990, maybe 91. I think they made these around 89 to 90, and well, all the way to 2000s. But I think 89 was the first year of these. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. So also very old trucks, but we got to cut this part off right here a little bit. So there's like a little nub. I got to use the sander. I already got this part done, so we're just going to do this part. This is where the stacks were on the side. Then what I got to do is go underneath here, and there's a window is in here with just melted plastic. So we got to take a drill and drill in there, and then we'll be able to pop that window out. I can't pop it out till I drill a hole right in there, then we can pop that window out. And then later on we'll see about how we can mount a new glass in there. I'm hoping that I could put a big bear glass in here. We'll see though, I don't know. And so that's that. Then without further ado, let's go ahead and get this epoxy going on this one, then we'll work on that. And once we finish doing the epoxy on this here a little bit, then we're gonna take it outside and do a primer coat on this whole thing. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing going. There's mine. I already got the epoxy ready. And what epoxy I'm doing, I'm using this. It takes a while for this stuff to really harden. This is a JB Weld 4 to 6 hour. You can use slower if you want to. It doesn't really matter. Okay. I like to put the repaired holes from the inside of the body and just tape in the outside of the body, because later on, once it hardens up a little bit, then I'll have a backing to it, and I can lay the TAMIYA putty in there. It's a little more finer material, and this is what I use, TAMIYA putty. And it just goes on smooth, and that hardens up pretty quick. Within 30 minutes, it's really good. So we're not going to be doing a whole lot of that. We're just going to be basically get this thing primed up and ready for its first coat of primer, and then let that sit up, and later on we'll go on stage 2 on this, and that's going to be the jet black paint. Alright, so we're going to let that harden up a little bit. Well, it's going to be not harden up, it's going to take a while for it to harden up. We'll let that sit for a second. Let's go ahead and put our focus on the Rock Runner. This is going to be the TAMIYA BRUISER poser, so to speak. So I do have a cab that goes in the back, and then we got to get that ready. And the cab is right here, so this is going to go on it. This is an original, well, I wouldn't say original, it's a repop of the original TAMIYA BRUISER. So it's going to go on back here, but we got to cut this thing in many pieces. I'm thinking probably 4 pieces or so, because it's just too big. See, it's just too big. It's too wide and too tall. So I have to figure something out on how we're going to do it. But I will figure it out, trust me. But once it's on there, then it's going to be really cool, and we'll have a fake bruiser. It's going to be great, guys, I promise you. It's going to look cool. So I got the decals on order, and there's a big old gap right there in the hole, right there. I got to fill that in with plexiglass, a little piece of plexi. So you can always use, like, I got this little piece of plastic right here that's going to go on there. It's almost a direct fit, so that'll go right there. Just I gotta do a little more trimming on it, and then sand it, and then apply some epoxy, and then just start working with it. So that's the only way to do it, guys. So it sort of goes in there already. See? So we're working it. So then after we do that, so let's go ahead and start sanding this side stack off. I use a Dremel for this with a little, more of a bigger sand, chunky sanding kind of wheel. Always wear your eye protection. I should put my other one on. That's good. This is the one I need to work with. Nice and smooth now. There's no stack holder, and then later on we'll fill that in. The next step I got to do is get the window out. So I got to take the drill and drill into those plastic pieces. So let's go ahead and do that. Where is my drills? I'm using, I believe I typically use, what size is this one? 5/32. Drill bit. And that usually gets the job done. And there's 2 more. Go. Window is out. There she is. So there's no bolt or anything that holds this one in. It's kind of generically put in. We're just plastic weld. There she is. And it's gonna look really good. Still got to be cleansed and all that. So now we got to take the grill off. That's 1 pop, 2 pop. And I got to take that. Come out without me having to unscrew it out. One little bolt. It's not gonna let me do it that way. Oh. I don't want to break it. Didn't bring my other screw, did I? There we go. Okay, so that one out there. That's one. They really screwed these things in, man, back in the day. Alright, so this is held on by 2 screws on the bottom with these little latches to keep this grill on. So that's what was giving me a little bit of problem. There she is, open mouth. And then I just gotta wash this body really well. Take a couple little more pieces off. I got the little tailgate I gotta take off. That's gonna be painted white. I can't wait to see this thing done. The original fake Bruiser. How funny is that gonna be, guys? So I got the decals, they're coming. I still got to find the decals for the TAMIYA LANCIA. The ones that it's going to be a perfect fit. That's the SO oil, whatever it is. So we got this one bit I got to take out. And then you're going to come outside with me and we're going to put some primer on this LANCIA. What do you guys think about my last video, the body mount thing, made from wood that you can get at your hardware store? How great is that? I like the wood because you can mold wood how you want, you know. And you go just back over it. I got that one primed up, so it's gonna be painted black, and you'll really never know. Not for a nice body. And like I said, you know, you can. It's a good. Those body mounts that I showed are good for, you know, a runner or something like that, and they look good shelf too once they're all said and done. And I'll show you the one I did how it looks once it's finished. All right, so let's go ahead and take this one outside and prime it. Don't mind my yard, it's kind of rough. I wonder if I left the primer outside. Yeah. Okay. No, I didn't. All right. So I still have the primer in here. Where is my primer? Okay. We're going to use this one. This is more of a darker primer. So where I repaired the body right in the front, right here, I'm not going to hit that zone. We're going to leave that zone alone. So just going to lay a light, soft primer coat. Got this a little bit. Okay, got a little primer, just a little bit of a tack. I'll let that sit, and then we're gonna do I'll do the bottom, and that'll be it. And then the car will sit for a couple days, and then we'll put the first coat of black on it. Can't wait for that. All right, you guys, I want to say thanks for watching my videos. If you have any questions like that, please leave them on the bottom, and if you can, please hit a like, and I'd love for you guys to subscribe. Got a whole lot of cool content coming. Alrighty guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.